Good evening and welcome to the Mabee Center on the campus of William Jewell College in Liberty. Tonight's Ivy High School Game of the Week, semifinals of the 33rd Annual American Family Insurance Holiday Classic for 2012. In our final semifinal game, we've got the 3 seed of Truman taking on the 2 seed of Liberty in the Patterson Division. Hi everybody, Kevin White and Doug Elston. We welcome you to the Ivy High School Game of the Week here on Metro Sports. 2 teams off to great starts. Liberty 8-1. 6-3 for Truman. What do you expect in this one?
Well, I expect a good battle. Liberty comes in, they're a very balanced team. They've got a couple of guys that will really come at you, score, rebound, a very good coach. Truman got some very good shooters. They've got some guys that have been there, done that also, and a nice coach on their side as well. It will be a good chess match and an up-and-down game.
Truman and Liberty for the final spot in the championship game. It's the Ivy High School Game of the Week, and our Ivy starting lineups and opening tip-off right after this timeout on Metro Sports. We're at the Mabee Center, and we're at William Jewell College in Liberty, Missouri. Final game of the Friday night session, and we got a good one. Liberty and Truman going to square off. Fans getting ready to go for this one. There should be a nice crowd in attendance. Liberty always has a good following, playing in their hometown. Let's take a look at your Ivy starting lineups for the 3 seed Truman in the Patterson Division at 6-3. Thornton, Ruddy, Titus is their top scorer at 15 per game. A.G. and Huber. Of course, they're coached by Billy Gannay in his 10th year. And for the Liberty Blue Jays, 8-1, Moultrie, winners. Turner is their top scorer at 15 points per game. Tuggle at 14-9 in their first round win over Raytown and Sam Griffin. Of course, Liberty coached by Roger Sturtz, been head coach since 1999, his 14th year. Truman advanced by beating Kearney 58-41. They got third last year in this tournament. As you take a look at Roger Sturtz, took over the program when Coach Nussbaum moved on to the Rockhurst job. Done a lot of winning for the Blue Jays, taking over the program. 6 district titles, last one in 2011. Your officials for this 9 p.m. matchup, Scott Englert, Spencer Kesey, and Kevin Driscoll. Liberty in white, Truman in navy, and we are underway. It'll be Liberty to run the first set. Moultrie running the point. Truman likes to play a zone, Doug, and one of the big keys is Liberty trying to bust that zone with outside shooting. Turner missing the 3.
And those guards, they're real quick on the outside. The guards try to take up a lot of space and bother those outside shots on the top part of the perimeter.
Tom Ruddy. Jumper from the outside, missing the mark by Scott A.G. Here's Moultrie for 3. Long rebound taken in by Tom Ruddy, the 6'1" senior guard. Liberty plays mostly man-to-man defense. Teams trying to feel each other out here early. Nobody connecting. Now Thornton gives it back to Truman. Truman has lost twice to Blue Springs South. We've seen them tonight. They are the real deal. They also lost to Blue Springs, but beat them earlier. 3-pointer, no good. Ball on the deck. Collected and put back up and in by Zach Huber. Huber, Doug, was the guy that threw up the 3, able to go get his own board, make the basket, and draw the foul.
Coach Gannay's squad has always been known for having some outside shooters, and Huber doing a good job of following that outside shot at 6'6". Always have very solid teams and done a good job of developing his talent.
Time now for your Olathe Ford keys to the game. Don't forget, a new shipment of Fords has just arrived at the Olathe Ford Supercenter.
Truman. They've got to rebound and have very solid possessions. Liberty will come at you with some athletic guys who really like to crash the glass. Liberty has got to control the tempo. They go a little bit deeper in the bench, and they've got to find those shooters that Truman has and always has had from the outside.
Winters for three. Still not busting the zone with outside shooting. Liberty still scoreless in the ball game. A couple minutes deep in. And a 3-second call is whistled on the Truman Patriots. So we'll go the other way. Liberty 8-1. Their lone loss was to Fayetteville, Arkansas. They took part in the Springfield Shootout to open their season. Just 3 games against a couple of Arkansas teams in Reed Springs, Missouri. They went 2-1. They lost to Fayetteville. But other than that, this team was 14-13 last year, mid-pack in their conference. And all of a sudden, they rocketed off to an 8-1 start. And Coach Sturts really likes this team. He says it's a good mix. We got good depth. We're more athletic, but we can still get better. Moultrie eyeballing that zone defense by Truman. Oh, some nice defense there by Titus, but could not save it. Lane Titus, top three-point shooter, top scorer for Truman. Saw him kind of rolling his neck. He has a stiff neck from the win over Kearney, and they were a little worried about it. They made sure he got it treated, but it still obviously bothered him. Tuggle off glass.
I don't know if he intended to do that or not from the third hash mark out there with a jump hook, but he got it to go.
Artie Tuggle averages 6 points, 4 rebounds, but is a real star in their win over Raytown. And a 14-point, season-high 9-rebound game.
Yeah, he was very solid in that game. Kellan Turner also had 16 in that ball game.
Turner the steal and layup at the other end. Kellan Turner. This guy leads them in so many categories: points per game, rebounds, steals, and assists. And he's shooting 80% from the free throw stripe. Guy been their top player this year.
He was very tough last year as well as a sophomore. You could tell he was going to be pretty special. It's a solid player as a sophomore, just constantly getting better.
Huber fouled on the play. And give the foul to Artie Tuggle.
That was on Liberty number 30, Artie Tuggle, his first foul. Team foul number 2.
Well, Liberty going to bring in 3 players off their bench.
Number 5, Kwaku Dua. And number 24, Eric Greeley.
Eric Greeley checking in. Kwaku Dua also checking in, and Reese Purcell.
Turnover, Patriot ball.
There you get a look at Reese Frizzell, an important guy off the Liberty bench. Averages 8 points, 4 rebounds.
34, Zane Rader.
Truman will have it in the backcourt. Zane Rader has checked into the Truman lineup. Thornton is out. Titus into the paint and one.
Good job by Titus going to the basket. And as a defensive player, you can never give away the lane. When you allow an offensive player, especially the ball in the lane, the bad things will always happen. In this case, an and one going. So right there, easy lane to the basket, and he gets it to go, plus the foul.
Can't connect on the free throw. Lane has a little brother who's a freshman, Reed, who will come in off the bench. He's a very good player for the Patriots. As Liberty's had a couple of empty possessions last couple trips down. All even at 4, 3.5 to go in your first quarter. Winner to take on Rockers in the championship game of the Patterson Division, the late game on Saturday night, the 9 p.m. game. Back in the day, Truman used to play Liberty all the time. They were in the same conference. No longer. Truman now in the suburban mid-six. Liberty stayed in the suburban big six.
Good defense.
Working hard there, Eric Greeley, the 6'3" junior forward for Liberty. A very good football player, a defensive back for the football program.
Got good feet, quick, hustles.
How about Lane Titus?
Yeah, that's a tough shot right there against a good defender.
Just threw it up there and thought he was fouled. No whistle. And Truman back to a 2-point lead. Greeley on the inside. No. Dua puts it up and in. Waku Dua. Transfer from Winnetonka. Quickly back the other way, and a charge is called. Player control on Agee, who was clearly out of control and was whistled for the foul.
That was on Truman, number 40, Scott Agee, his first foul. Team foul, number 2.
Good job here stepping in. Nice job by Liberty. Well-coached team, always stepping in there. As Coach Roger Sturz seems like he's been there forever, but did a good job of learning under Coach we just saw and Coach Mark Nussbaum.
Turner shuffled his feet, and that'll be a Blue Jays turnover.
Just a slight shuffle that time. Good call by the official.
Talking to Coach Gannett about the Truman squad. He called them a throwback group. They have a good work ethic. Here's Titus inside. Nice look to Agee for the bucket. Liberty turning over the basketball quite frequently here in the first quarter. Titus. Rader, who's called for the traveling violation.
For the Blue Jays, number 43, Sam Griffin.
Both teams not real crisp here in the first quarter.
Number 14, Reed Titus.
Now the little Titus, Reed Titus checking in the ball game.
Talk about guards a lot. Brandon Moultrie has gotten a lot better since his sophomore season last year.
Alley-oop to
Nice
Greeley.
play.
He's fouled. Free throws coming up here for the Liberty Blue
That was
Jays.
on Truman, number 14, Reed Titus. His first foul, team foul number 3. The line for the Blue Jays, Eric Greeley.
Greeley from the stripe.
Liberty comes at you with a collection of 6'3", 6'4" guys. The guys doing a good job of hustling out there after every loose ball. Wiry, able to get to a lot of rebounds also.
Nice move there by Titus. Count it, and his foul. This guy, Lane Titus, the junior,
Foul is on Liberty, number
really
24,
taking
Eric
control of this game for Truman right
Greeley.
now.
Second foul, team foul number 4.
This guy is their top scorer, Doug. 15 per game. Say he's a heck of a baseball player.
He looks good right now. He kind of reminds you of a player that was here the last few years, and Zach Large.
Yeah, they had some good players. Anthony
Really
Wynn just graduated from the program, now plays at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Titus 0 for 2 from the foul stripe, though. Brady Newland has checked in. He was not in action the other night. Turner from downtown. Yes, Kellan Turner. 16th three of the year. He leads the Jays in that category and ties the ball game at 10 apiece.
Titus doing an excellent job controlling the tempo right now. One of the things we talked about early on that Truman really needed to do was control that time. Titus has been that main person controlling the ball.
Well, you got the two Titus brothers playing out there now. Drive, near strip there by Liberty.
Cody Winters is given the assignment of really stressing on Lane Titus on the defensive end. He is not letting him out of his sight. Constant face guard.
Michael Hernandez will check in. Out goes Tom Ruddy. Final few seconds of the first quarter, and a power move there by Zach Huber will end the quarter and give Truman a 2-point lead at the end of one. 12-10 in our final semifinal in the 33rd Annual American Family Insurance Holiday Basketball Classic here from Liberty. Back with second quarter action on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Kevin White, Doug Elston back here at the Mabee Center. Tonight's Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official sponsors of High School Spirit. Final game of the Friday night evening session. Winners to this point: Lee Summit West, Blue Springs South, Rockhurst, Liberty North, and Park Hill South. Who will join them, Truman or Liberty? Good first quarter, low scoring. Both teams having a bit of problems taking care of the basketball. Well, there could be some early game jitters, but 12-10 your score after one. Truman will inbound the ball. They've got Hernandez on the floor, Titus, Huber, Rader, and the other Titus. Lane and Reed. Reed is the freshman. Lane is the junior, and start with a throwaway. So now Liberty will have it.
Got a good collection of teams that have advanced so far.
Yeah.
And another one coming up.
Big Saturday night here.
Sure is. Very good tournament. A lot of teams will play deep in the postseason.
Nice early preview of what the postseason could be like with the likes of a Rockhurst, Lee Summit West, Blue Springs South, Liberty North, Park Hill South. Here's Winters from downtown.
Oh, good hustle.
What a save by Turner. Ball on the deck and going to be tied up. And it's going to be Liberty's ball on the alternating arrow.
Well, how about that? As a coach, you love to see that. Look at Coach Sturts right there. 3 of his guys on the floor legitimately going after.
That was a heck of a play by Turner.
And Kellan Turner on the other end of the floor. But here, 3 guys have a legitimate, 4 guys, legitimate shot at going after that ball. And Kellan Turner was the only sole guy on the other end of the floor that was on the floor.
Truman playing a 2-3 zone throughout. Newland trying to break that. Rebounded away by Titus. Titus the lead for Huber. Huber with a 3-pointer. Long rebound on the deck. And another jump ball. This time the arrow will keep it with Truman.
Now, Zach Huber's got an interesting game. As you look at him just kind of walking by, you wouldn't think that he's a 3-point shooter. He's already got 1 to go, but does a good job of going to the glass, using that big body, a 6'6" frame. Posts up as well. It's kind of all over the place.
Trying to get it to their top scorer, and Lane Titus. Defense able to flick it away. There's Billy Gannett, 10th-year head coach. In his 22nd year overall at Truman. Remember, he spent 12 years as an assistant to Steve Broughton, who's now one of the women assistant here at William Jewell. Steve, one of the assistants to William Jewell women's coach Jill Kress. So spent a long time as an assistant, now taking over the program. Won 5 conference titles, a couple of district titles. Last district title in 2009. And with the Liberty basketball, not an offensive masterpiece to this point.
No.
Neither teams can really find the range, but Credit both teams defensively. Liberty with their tough man-to-man, and Truman with this 2-3 zone. And again, the zone creates a Liberty turnover. Thornton back in, the dribble drive, had it poked free from behind. And they say it'll stay with Truman at the baseline.
Checking back in for the Blue Jays, number 23, Reese Frizzell.
Frizzell back in the Blue Jay lineup. Liberty, an uncharacteristic 7 turnovers and still nearly 6 minutes before halftime. So Liberty is only giving away the ball tonight.
Well, you talked about generally a very controlled basketball team, really values the basketball in every possession. And I know Coach Sturts does not like that. However, he does like their defense so far.
Whistled the foul on Brandon Cardiff. He's checked in. Brandon is a junior guard. It's his first foul. Hernandez for 3. Michael Hernandez. 5-point lead's a big lead in this game.
Hernandez has some nice feet too, really quick on the outside in that zone.
Tuggle tried to reverse it home. Hit the underside of the glass, and nice moves by Thornton will prompt a Liberty timeout as the Patriots have jumped now to a 7-point lead at the 5:08 mark to go in your second quarter.
You know, Coach Ganay does not get enough credit for what he does. Excellent play here this time by Dwayne Thornton. Got a couple of nice sophomores. They're, again, developing talent. Thornton being one of those sophomores and Hernandez being another. But Coach Ganay has done a good job throughout the course of his tenure at Truman to develop some nice squads, some more talent, and this year is no exception. We talked about the 5 teams that have advanced into the finals tomorrow night. And the winner of this game here will make a, 5 teams, yeah. So the winner of this game here will still give a lot of competition to whomever they play tomorrow night, being Rockers.
Yeah, Rockers.
There you go.
Check the brackets. They have all that information in the brackets there.
I read that at one point.
Yeah. Brackets are in the program.
I missed that 55 that wasn't in the program.
Yeah, the rosters aren't always so accurate here at the Holiday Classic. Yes. The ball will go over to Truman. Truman with the nice little run, separating themselves here.
Comes a full court pressure, trying to make some more things happen with this defense.
Liberty is yet to score in the quarter. And now Truman throws it away. Here's Frizzell with a 3. Cody Winters, the offensive rebound and put back try. No. And little Titus, the freshman Titus, has it back for Truman.